Hey, this is Nick with an excerpt lesson from our new course, Six-Figure Bookkeeper. Check this out, how we can ensure that our price per hour is not decreasing as we move forward and gain expertise and become more efficient. This is an excerpt. This is one of many lessons in this amazing new course that we have. If you're interested, check it out here. We have a link in the description. We would love to see you. And for now, enjoy this excerpt from the Six-Figure Bookkeeper.
Hey there, welcome back to the course. Wanted to take a specific video and just dive a little bit deeper into our pricing strategy. So we're going to call this Pricing Strategy Revisited. Specifically, I'd like to talk about hourly rate. All right, so we talked about some considerations, the added administrative effort, price must be frequently reviewed and updated. That's what I want to dive into today, and subject to competitive comparison. So those are some considerations with the hourly rate. Now, an hourly rate can be good. I think the biggest issue with the hourly rate is that second point there, that the price must be frequently reviewed and updated. What happens is we get more efficient with our work and we don't update our rate accordingly. All right. What happens with that is our customer gains tremendous benefit from that and we don't. All right. So I want to just demonstrate that graphically today, just to make sure we're thinking about this the right way. It's absolutely no problem with charging a really good hourly rate. We just have to be very, very aware of what it means as we get better. And I want to make sure we are getting the credit for getting better. All right, so beware of decreasing what I call price per value. I want to think about the work that we're doing as a value. We're producing something, we're delivering value to our customer. And as our efficiency increases, when we're billing hourly, that means the price for that value will decrease. Okay, I want to talk about that and show that graphically. And I guess the best way to kind of think about this is an analogy. There's a way of thinking that has gone, through the pricing literature year over year over year. When you pay for a master plumber to come and repair a leak, right? That master plumber is there for 15 minutes. They repair that leak, and then they give you a bill for $200. You say, whoa, $200 took you 15 minutes, right? The plumber is going to respond like, yes, this took me 15 minutes. What you're paying for is the 15 years that enabled me to do it in 15 minutes, right? That $200 an hour, or actually this would be $800 an hour for $200 bill for 15 minutes of work, right? That rate does not have much to do with like how much time it's taking. It's just like the value that's building up. And so as that value builds up in your expertise and in your business, we want to make sure that our rates are increasing as well. All right, so let's get into this. Let me show you what I mean with Google Sheets example. So over here, what I have here is we're just going to assume that we're working with a customer for 12 months. Okay, we're doing something for them. We're doing some work. And to just kind of keep this arbitrary and just to keep it consistent, we're going to say that we're producing value for them. We're doing something that is worth a certain amount of value to them. And to keep it simple to start, let's say that that value stays consistent. And we'll just say that we're delivering value units to the customer. Let's say that we're delivering 7 value units to the customer. This is completely arbitrary, just comes out of nothing, right? 7 value units for a customer. Okay, and at first, when we deliver that 7 value units, that first month we do it, it takes us 4 hours to do it. Okay, and we are pricing $75 an hour. Okay, so when we price our work at $75 an hour, it takes us 4 hours to complete the work. Our total price to the customer is $300. Now they are getting what we call here this price per value unit. I'm going to highlight this row here. The price per value unit. That's what they're getting. And if all stays the same, stays consistent over time, that price per value unit is going to remain the same. This is not a sum, that's right there. Okay? But what is more realistic is that as we work with this customer month over month over month, the number of hours it takes us to deliver that 7 units of value will likely start to decrease a little bit. It might take us in month 3, 3.75 hours, and then 3.5, 3.25, maybe 3.25. We kind of stay there for a bit. Then we're 3, then we're 2.75, 2.75, and then finally in month 12, we're at 2.5 hours. It takes us to deliver those 7 hours, the 7 units of value. And if we don't do anything with our price, we keep our price consistent here, the total price each month goes down for our customer. And wouldn't that customer be very happy with that, right? That's awesome. Hey, you're doing the same amount of work and I'm getting it at a cheaper price. Now I'm getting the same exact value, but I'm paying less. And what we do is our price per value unit is decreasing because we are getting better. We are being more efficient. We're getting the work done. And unless we kind of inflate our hours and lie about it, right? We tell the truth, our price per value unit is decreasing. So what we see here on this graph is the value to the customer stays consistent, but the total price is decreasing. And that's our value, right, to our business here. So what we need to do is we need to do one of two things here. We can increase our price, okay? We could also produce more value, potentially, or less value for the time, okay? So increasing our price is what we have to keep an eye out for. Now, this isn't going to necessarily happen every single month. What I would recommend is we build in a buffer to our price. What is our price per value unit that we're comfortable with, right? Maybe we have a threshold of $40, which we would feel good about. What we've done here is we've built in a little bit of as it starts to creep down, let's go maybe say 35, creeping down. I'm okay. Now we're below. All right, now I was a little bit above here, so maybe I build in a little buffer time where maybe it takes a little bit for me to say, you know what, my price is going to increase here at month 8 to get me kind of back above that threshold that I'm comfortable with, okay? And we can maybe do it that way, right? What we need to think about is how we adjust our price in regular enough interval that, one, it's not an administrative burden on us. We shouldn't be doing this every month, right? But at the same time, we got to make sure we're keeping up with the work that we're doing. We need to be tracking this stuff. So what might make sense is we build in 6-month price checks. I like to do that on my contracts where we say, here's your price. Every 6 months, we're going to do a price check on that. As I get better, as I invest in my personal development, after that 6 months, it might do an increase of, let's say, 20%. We can play with this number too, okay? Where I'm going to say, increase my price by that amount, and then we're going to say that my price is going to stay the same month over month. Okay? Now they're still getting, you look at their price, they're still getting a discount from where they started, right? If these numbers remain true, and this is all arbitrary, so who knows if that's really true or not, right? But what we need to focus on is understanding that as we work through and get better, our price per value unit is going to decrease unless we increase our price. As we get better, as we get more efficient, as we build up those years of experience, we want to make sure that it's reflected in the price that the customer is paying. We don't want them to get all of the value of our expertise, right? This is very common in the construction world. We'll have a customer that works with us in year 1 and our prices are here, and then 2 or 3 years later, they come back to us asking for us to do another job, and we're maybe scared as, our prices have increased. We've gotten so much better, right? If we give them the prices from 2 or 3 years ago, they're getting such a huge discount, right? So we need to be strong. We need to be firm on this. Listen, you're going to get the same amount of value, right? I'm more efficient at it. I'm better at it. You're getting higher quality. They're going to benefit. Their total price is not necessarily going to go up. It's not like we're just going to gouge them because we've gotten better. They better be getting something for it. What they're getting for it is the efficiency factor, okay? So that is so important. When you think about what the customer wants from you, they want to deliver that value. They don't really care how long it takes. They care how much it costs, which is a factor of how long it takes based on the hourly rate. They want to deliver that value, and they've got a price in their mind. They might have some deadlines, right? Calendar deadlines, but they don't necessarily have hourly deadlines. They just want the work done, right? And if they budgeted, let's say, the $300, now they don't care, right? This is, by the way, an argument for thinking maybe on fixed price. If we use fixed price, we accomplish 2 things. 1, the customer, we know they're good with it because the price isn't going to change. And 2, as we get more efficient, we gain the value of our price per hour is going up, okay? Super valuable. This is just another way of thinking about this. Of course, there's some arbitrary stuff going into it, but I did want to depict it graphically just to understand that as we get better, which we surely will, the customer is by default going to gain that value, gain that benefit, unless we steadily increase our prices. So keep that in mind as you think about hourly pricing. Think about that too as you think about fixed pricing as well. All right, interested to hear your comments on this. and we'll see you as we continue on with Module 2.